Today I'm going to make a beat using this sample.
And that can make you want to say.
That I think is pretty interesting because, first of all, it's not really the kind of sample I normally gravitate towards. Second of all, it's kind of dissonant and eerie in a way. And third of all, I want to see if I can make it rhythmic in some way. So it just gave me a few curiosities right off the bat. There's just some stuff about it I want to explore. So let's just start working with this thing. If I move this formant knob around,
and that can make you want to say.
I can make it sound
and that can make you want to say.
lower or higher.
And that can make you want to say.
And if I turn it all the way wet, it's really obvious.
And that can make you want to say.
All the way down.
And that can make you want to say.
So what I was finding to be interesting was half wet and a little low.
And that can make you want to say. And that can make you want to say.
Then I'm taking another little altar boy on this track and another one on this track. So I'll do altar boy left, altar boy right. I'm panning the left one left, panning the right one right. Do a little delay.
And that can make you want to say.
So I've got the sample here and it's running through formant shifters on the left and right. The left is making the voice sound a little higher.
And that can make you want to say.
The right is making it sound a little lower.
And that can make you want to say.
Without changing the pitch.
And that can make you want to say.
It's got a cool stereo effect there. I learned that from my pal Vince Welch. Alright, let's get some other instruments in there. Get the creative juices wet.
I
really like this.
And that can make you want to say. And that can make you want to say.
Quantize that a bit. Sometimes instead of straight up quantizing everything, it's better to just listen through for a couple moments where you're thinking it sounds particularly bad and fixing those. Cool interplay between the kick and the bell there. Let's add a third part to this drum beat.
And that can make you want to say.
To make a special effects track for weird sounds.
And that can make you want to say.
Now let's do a little bit of panning. Take that snare sound there. I want that to jump from side to side actually. The what? That should be over here. I'm going to play around with the panning of the bell actually. Don't think it should be static, but I also want to be able to kind of feel my way through. So I'm just going to write in the automation for that. Now the bell is moving around a bit. I think the beat's sounding good, and it really just needs bass. I don't know if this synth is going to make it into the real song. Let's get a bass in there. I think that I'm going to have the bass be exactly in time with the kick, so I'm just going to copy the kick track over to the bass, and I'm going to make everything a B flat. Just because that's the note I want. Those are B flats, and these will be B flats in a second. Now for the bass here, I'm going to do a trick that I like, which is I'm just going to have 3 different bass sounds. I'm going to switch between each sound at various times, just by feel. It might be kind of random when I switch. So this first bass is our laser bass. Then the second bass is kind of like an analog bass sound. And then this third bass, let's see, gotta find a nice fun name for a bass. We got YouTube Clone. Let's try YouTube Clone. I wonder what that's like. Wood Log. That's probably great. Alright. I don't know if it's great, but it's useful. Alright, so we got these 3 bass sounds. I'm just going to kind of switch through from one sound to the next. Alright, so here's the whole bass line with all those chops. Now let's integrate the sample and make some art. Ha ha! So I want to hear a little bit more creepiness happening in this track right now. That's the vibe I'm feeling. So I'm going to take the pitch of this sample that we've been using, and I'm going to have it kind of go in and out of tune. So I'm taking the sense here, and I'm going to automate the sense. It's going to go up and down with the track. What that does, it's pretty subtle, but I think it's helping. I think I'm going to give it a little bit of backbeat. So I'm just going to add one more piece to the kit. Maybe for this backbeat I'll pull another sample out from Splice. Oh yeah. Yeah. Cool. Hey, if you're going to copy Igloo Ghost, you might as well use his samples. Alright, cool. I actually want to put some reverb on this snare, even though it seems counterintuitive given that I'm trying to save space. It just seems like that actually might create more space because the snare will sound like it's far away in a different place because everything is so dry so far. There's no reverb on anything yet. So putting this a little reverb on it might actually make it seem in its own little zone. Sounds good. Yeah, and this one I'll shift down an octave, or down a little bit, so they don't all sound exactly the same. This one I'll shift a little, so it's like... And then maybe right here I'll put in like a fat 9 Inch Nails kind of... Alright, I think that helped a lot. So So I didn't end up doing anything very strange with the sample, but it got me started. It got me in a little creative flow. And I've been practicing singing with various screams and stuff, and so I'm just going to experiment with putting some screaming stuff over this. That's just not something I'd normally even think to do, but it's something I'm really curious about.
Yeah. Whoa.